Hey guys, welcome to my office slash gym slash gaming room. I'll just show you around here quickly. On this corner I've got a power rack where I sometimes work out. Over here I've got a Yamaha digital piano, and this of course is my computer workstation in the corner where I do all my work from. I've got my kind of big desktop computer workstation that I built myself, blue Yeti mic with a cheap Amazon clamp that I use for gaming and use for shooting videos while I'm doing stuff on the computer. I've got a SteelSeries Rival 3 mouse, Logitech Bluetooth wireless keyboard. This is a Sparco Stent gaming chair, which I replaced my old office chair with since I wanted to be able to use it also for sim racing. So basically, the idea that I had was to be able to have my workstation right next to my sim rig so I could just slide my chair over when I wanted to race. And then what I use as a monitor to race with is the HTC Vive headset. And I've actually got a pair of prescription lens inserts from VR Optician that work really, really well, so that thankfully I don't have to use my glasses when I'm sim racing. Okay, coming back to the sim rig itself, this is all Fanatec V3 ClubSport gear. So this is the V3 ClubSport wheelbase. This is the Porsche 918 RSR wheel. This is the ClubSport V3 pedals. And I've got the clutch and the brake load cell tension really, really high up. So I pretty much smash on the pedals, like you would in a real car, which is why it was super important to get a really steady wheel stand to hold all this together, as opposed to a whole dedicated sim rig and a dedicated sim chair. I wanted something that could work with my office. This has been absolutely perfect. So this wheel stand is from Next Level Racing, and I've been honestly shocked at the quality and stability that this guy offers for 250 bucks. It's been really, really good. And the only issue I had was it was originally shipped with this shifter arm mount, which I don't know if you can really see, but it's welded just a little bit crooked. And I emailed them about 30 days after I purchased, and they sent me a new arm right away along with a floor mat just to make it right. And Luke and their customer service has been really, really helpful. So I strongly suggest Next Level Racing for this wheel stand, at least. And there are a lot of reviews saying it doesn't work with the Fanatec ClubSport V3 gear, and I can confirm it definitely does, and it works really, really well with it. In fact, so here's the sequential shifter that also does H pattern, which is really great. I've also got the carbon formula wheel, which has real carbon fiber in the middle and Alcantara hand grips. So this gives a lot of force feedback since it's so small, has a quick release plate, so it mounts right into the wheelbase very easily. Two little pointers that I've got for this wheel stand specifically is, if you're looking to get this or you've already got it, one thing that's really important is to have some sort of grippy floor. Now if you're like me and you've got this fake hardwood or real hardwood, this thing is going to slide all around, especially if you have really heavy pedals and you have the tension set really high to where you're really pushing hard on the brake and you're smashing on the clutch really fast and you're doing heel toe stuff. I really wail on these pedals, so I needed something to really hold it all in place. So again, this wheel stand has been great, but having some sort of flooring like I've got in here, this kind of gym mat flooring in my whole room pretty much, it's been really easy to clean, and it's been really grippy and good for this kind of stuff, and sound insulation as well. And then the other thing that I would suggest adding is just a little piece of foam. If this is going to go against the wall like it does in my case, since I use a VR headset, or even if you have, you know, a screen or something mounted on the wall. If this is pushed up against the wall, this metal piece is going to rub against it and cause some issues and just kind of tear into your wall. So I just took a little piece of foam that actually came with all the pedals and some of the stuff, and I just cut it out, taped it, and as you can see, the harder I push on the pedals, the more it just pushes against that foam. So there are a couple spots that you can put this pedal set. It comes with an adapter plate that works with this wheel stand, and it takes a little bit of fiddling around to figure out where exactly you can put it, but I've pretty much got it in the optimal position. And I'm 6 feet tall, and this just works perfectly. I've got this extended out almost all the way. I can see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, 5 of these empty holes. I don't know if that helps give a reference point, but it's pretty much the perfect height when I do slide my chair over and use it for sim racing. The other thing I'll mention is the Sparco Stent gaming chair is really comfortable and it looks really cool also, which is kind of the main reason why I got it. But also it's got these Procaster wheels that are rubber, they don't make any noise, and they lock in place. Now initially I was thinking that just the locks would be enough to kind of keep it in place as I'm using the pedals, and for a while they were, until I upped the brake load cell tension or pressure, I guess, in the pedals, making them stiffer. So now I have to push harder on the pedals, meaning that I'm really pushing this thing hard. When I do push on them, I'm pushing back in the chair and I'm kind of moving around a lot, and it's a little too much for the locks. So what I've done to keep the chair perfectly in place is actually take my rubber disc weights from my little squat rack there, and I place them in between the wheels, and that keeps the chair perfectly in place. So, you know, you could do the same thing with a little 2x4, a couple 2x4s, and you'd keep your chair in place, or something even heavier probably to kind of weigh it down if you're having that issue. Because honestly, you could use an office chair. This is basically a glorified office chair, to be honest. It just looks cool, and you know, has a 5-point harness in case I somehow need that. But let me actually show you what it looks like when I put these weights down. There we go. So now I've got these 3 weights in place, and no matter how hard I push this thing back, it's not going to move. So I still lock the wheels in place, but then I put these weights in there, and it's just absolutely perfect. It feels like the stability of a dedicated sim rig with the convenience and ease of use of having it all be compact and just being able to move and slide my chair over. Oh, also, for the headset with the Vive, I've got some of these. These are from Amazon. I'll put all the links to all the gear and stuff in the description. But I've got some of these earbuds that work really, really well. If you get like noise canceling earbuds or any kind of earbuds, will be a really nice kind of addition to the headset, as opposed to like full over the ear, like my Bose headphones or anything like that. I find these are much easier to kind of work with, given that you've got all these cords and cables and stuff. And then when I record my sim racing videos and put that up on the channel, I pretty much set up 2 things. So I've got a little LED panel that sits about right here, and it shines light onto the pedals. That way you can kind of see the pedals, and you can see my footwork, and you see what's going on there, because it gets pretty dark without the light. And so basically what I'll do is I'll have one GoPro that is on my chest mount, and so that's pretty much capturing what you see there with the wheel. And I usually slide my monitor over so you can't see my monitor. And then what I'll do with this other GoPro is I will use one of these, you know, clips just like this, and I'll actually clip it into the back of the wheelbase. It's just like perfect for a GoPro clip. But what I also noticed was that this actually moves around quite a bit because this rumbles and because I'm pushing hard on the pedals and I'm cranking the wheel and stuff. So what I actually do is I take a microfiber cloth, fold it over twice, put this down first, kind of over the back of the wheelbase mount here, and then I clip that on top of it. So it's really flush, it's really snug in there, and basically I take this GoPro and I point it down, and what you see more or less is kind of this angle. I put it on narrow view, so I'm on linear right now with this GoPro, which is why I'm moving my hand more in the position. Pretty much captures like that, which I think is a perfect angle for capturing the pedals. So basically that's how I get my wheel and the pedals both recorded in my sim racing videos. And then from the headset, I use OBS software, which is a free software that can take the feed from my VR headset, and it can basically show you on screen what I'm seeing through the headset. So I take that, and then I kind of take the two GoPros from the chest mount and the pedals, and that's how I create my sim racing videos. So really interested in your guys' setups, maybe what you use. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, of course, and I'll put links to all of the gear and all the stuff that I use. Thanks for watching, and take care.